Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good morning to everyone. Nice to see you here. Some people already, Raul, Carlos. Hey, hey. So, thank you so much for joining, people. And yeah, today we gonna see. Hey, Alicia. Hello. Today we will see how to elevate your yoga practice and the steps to transform your practice and your life. And this will be the last of the live sessions prior to the masterclass, which will take place tomorrow, 31st of March at 7 p.m. Local time in Croatia. I think from today to tomorrow they will change the time. So just it's gonna be the official time, right? At 7 p.m. And this will be a free online event where you will learn the three keys to guarantee an effective Ashtanga practice without pain, even if you don't know anything about the universal principles. And if you didn't register for the class, you need to register for the master class. You can go to my bio in Instagram, or I will put it here right now in the comments, and you can go there and register. And I see some more people joining. Hey, Luz Angela, how are you? And Valentina Duimovic, hello, how are you? Thank you for joining. So, without further ado, we can start already with live session of today. So, let's go for it. So, let's start. Um, all of you see the screen, no, with the diagram, right? Maybe someone can put in the comments just to make sure that I am not talking uh, to the air or something, so you can see as well what I am talking about. Okay, I will continue. Yes. Okay. Hello, Regina. Okay, so let's start. What an advanced yoga practice is about. So, is about extreme physical postures? No, it's not. It's about floating? No, it's not. And it's about handstands? No, it's not. It's about supportive. It's about being supportive to your inner growth, and it may reflect as the things above mentioned, but it's not necessarily and exclusively about that. And this is some kind of caveat. Uh, Hi, Farah. Hi, Yoga Wellbeing. Eva Mirales. Um, so it's not necessarily about, hey, Ramon, it's not necessarily about being uh, advanced in the physical practice, but it might reflect uh, as a consequence of some work behind that you are doing these kind of things, but it's not completely, it's not 100% that. It's not 100% that if someone is doing advanced extreme postures, they are doing an advanced practice. Some bodies, they are capable of doing this thing, and they are not uh, doing the requisites to be an advanced practice, which we'll see soon. So carry on with this. What's advanced? Okay. So advanced. Physically, it would reflect as a good breathing pattern without tension. So you breathe uh, nicely, free breathing, as Patavi Joyce was saying. So, with no restrictions and no tension, not even in the throat. You are practicing with a sense of ease while doing asana, no matter how extreme is the posture. So, if you are able to practice with ease, you are doing an advanced practice. Even if you are doing just basic postures, you need to be doing it with ease. If you are able to do a basic posture uh, with ease and with a good breathing pattern, you most likely you are already doing advanced. If you are able to hold the posture for long periods of time, this is something that usually in Ashtanga is not. We are kind of normally we breathe 5 times in the posture and we go. No, maybe in the finishing positions we are holding it a little bit longer, but usually we breathe 5 breaths and that's it. And sometimes these 5 breaths they are almost like a palabati. Ciao. So it's not really that, and I would find very beneficial for the Stangis to now and then to do some practice that is involves holding the posture longer. And sometimes I myself practice like that, and I practice with a chronometer, and I stay 1 minute or 5 minutes, even up to 20 minutes in the posture. And this it will bring you a new dimension into the posture. You sometimes, after some time, you start to feel your nervous system, because it's something that in Astanga is not really practiced. It's something that we lack as Astangis. At the same time, I've been practicing this kind of practice for some time, and when I was doing some more uh, dynamic like Ashtanga, uh, I was feeling as well this lack of stamina that Ashtanga is giving you. So I find that this combination it goes really good, to combine these two types of practice and holding longer and some other times sticking to the rhythm, right? So let's carry on. Uh, yeah, physically it will reflect in strength, stamina, plasticity, calmness, and ease while practicing uh, the physical practice. So, in the mental level, it would reflect without mental garbage. So, we don't collect mental garbage. This means that everything that is not necessary, we kind of clean it out of there, which it brings clarity, right? If you don't have garbage all around, you are able to see what is there. If you have garbage, you cannot see. There is many things you cannot see clear. So one of the work is this to get rid of this mental garbage. It would reflect in focus as well and laser like focus. So when we practice, we develop concentration, and so you can focus on things, on whatever you want to, uh, for a long time because you are doing this every day. So you can focus in something for a long time without distraction, and you can stay there holding it for a long time. You can get as well the ability to discern. So once you get rid of the mental garbage and you are able to focus when it presents, when life presents some situation, you are most likely to be able to discern. You are able to read the situation. You are able to see the things clearly and to know what to do. As well, with the practice and with the practice, we are sharpening our intellect as well. Um, uh, an intellect which is sharp is it would be. I mean, some people they are naturally intellectually very sharp without any practice, but if you practice, this would be as well like a consequence of this advanced practice what I mean for advanced. And here I put here the scattered lady story for you to for you to see that it's not really uh, necessary to have an advanced physical practice or asana posture practice to be advanced. And this is the story of when I was in, well, I'm not even going to say the country where I was because it's a small country and most likely you can figure out where it was. So I'm not going to say it, but I will say that I was in this, it was quite renowned teacher. And there was a lady over there practicing the time I was there. I was for a month or something like that, there practicing every day. And this lady, she was practicing 4 series of Ashtanga. And she was putting herself always in front. And she was really scattered. She was looking all around, for the. She was having this energy of, look at me, I am practicing 4 series, look at me. She was completely scattered. And she was not, of course, she was not having a good practice. Her body was able to do all this kind of stuff, but she was not uh, really doing a practice. She was more like a show pony or something like that. So yeah, it's not really necessary uh, to have an extreme practice of postures to be advanced. So unlike her, I have seen many others as well. Not all the time, but sometimes you see people that they are very um, capable in their bodies and they have no problem practicing advanced extreme postures. Their bodies, they are able to do that stuff. So it's not required for them to focus and to, they can do it. It's not it's not a requisite, you see, to have an advanced practice. So this would be the story of the scattered lady. And after emotionally, an advanced practice would reflect emotionally as well. You become stable emotionally. There is no ups and downs in your emotions. You become more stable. So there is not so much, like it will be less of this going up and down, up and down, up and down. Like a how is called this thing? I don't know. We call it uh, the Russian. Well, I don't remember. So anyway, the roller coaster. Yeah, the roller coaster. So it's gonna be less of a roller coaster. You will become emotionally. The things will affect you less emotionally, or it will not affect you less, but you will have the tools to manage them better, and you will not put yourself in positions that will uh, endanger your stability as well in the emotional level. You will have emotions under control, and I put here under control, but it's more than under control. I would say you will not take decisions in the heat of the moment. So you're going to be affected by the emotions as well, but you will not jump and do something stupid out of the heat in this moment, right? So you will be more calm and you will be resilient as well, emotionally resilient. You can bear emotionally hardship for a long time with little to no consequences. So you can go through it and you will be less damaged from those experiences. There is going to be less of a trauma, right? Because you are more stable actually. So, and in the spiritual level, uh, it would reflect An advanced practice would reflect that somebody who is adhering to morals and principles. They understand the understanding of the things is not uh, isolated from the rest of the things, but you start to become uh, a thinker which it can see patterns in things, and you can just you can see them. It's like if you see the pattern, it's much easier to read things. Principles and morals, they are a kind of patterns, and spiritually you will as well develop strength and stamina to pass the tests of life, which uh, for sure they will come. All of us will have those, and this is always a plus if you have practice which you can stick to it. It will be really, really helpful, and somehow you become humble as well because you understand some things. You understand that all of us, we belong to the same unity. So this makes you humble as well. And you want to keep this learning attitude. So always learning. This is something that when you are advanced, it means that you've been learning many things all the way. So you have this mindset already to be learning. And as we said before, advance is not necessarily physical. The practice on the mat is a rehearsal for daily life. So what we are doing in in our uh, in our mat, on the mat, this it will reflect slowly. We're gonna imprint every day uh, this kind of attitude in ourselves, and this will have repercussions in your life because you are imprinting this mindset of, okay, I will go through it. I will put literally myself in uncomfortable positions in order to be there and try to breathe and try to be as comfortable as possible. So this is why we are what we are practicing for later in life. It's a rehearsal for life, so to say. And we are facing challenges in on the mat, and we are sometimes having emotional bursts, things like that. So this is a rehearsal for life. And this is how you after apply what you learn on the mat on life. So this would be what's advanced and how it reflects. And how reflects an advanced practice in the life of the practitioner. So your decisions, you take them from a high perspective. You are not taking them from some lower instinct or from some low consciousness. You are taking decisions always from higher perspective. You will develop a character. You will develop something that my teacher have said, balance between rajas and sattva. And this, I want to explain this thing. It's quite interesting way of seeing the things. My teacher say that nowadays and I agree, that nowadays in this yoga, spiritual world and this and that, many times people mistake tamas with sattva. I don't know if you know what is tamas and sattva and rajas. Tamas is coming from Sanskrit and means uh, inertia, something that is dead. Uh, Rajas, it means something that is in movement and is kind of heat movement, things like that. And sattva is, it will be something that is closely related with the truth itself. something sattvic is truthful. Uh, there is a quality of uh, of light there, so to say. So usually nowadays people tend to mistake sattva with tamas, and this means that people they are numb. They are not really. They think they are sattvic, but they are not. They are tamasic. And she said that in order to transform tamas into sattvic, into uh, something sattvic, you need to pass through rajas. And in order to do rajas, you need to. Rajas is like a volcano without an explosion of the volcano without any control. You are poof, over there full of energy, but without control. So you have to develop this through practice. And in the we need to pass through this stage of practice, which is really, really, like movement and heat, tapas, everything of that. And after, it only becomes tamas when we still have this volcano, but under control. So we have still this passion, this strength, this focus, this everything of those characteristics of rajas, but under control. So this would be the difference between tamas and sattva. So how it reflects an advanced practice in the life of practitioner? Well, in the lifestyle. So you will see people stable coming from inner factors. And what I mean with this is they are stable uh, from the decisions that they take, from what is coming from inside, right? And I put here external factors or circumstances cannot be controlled. So we develop an attitude when facing challenges in life. So we can control our inner world, but we cannot control our outer world. So according to what is going on out in the outer world, we kind of develop this inner stability, right? And of course, our destiny, because it's the result of our character and our actions. So it will have a big impact in our destiny as well. So, developing an advanced practice, whatever is practice, just be fully present and focused, observing feelings, sensations, thoughts, etc., without attachment or judgment, and getting familiar in uncomfortable positions and literally too as well. So, it goes for both. When you are in an uncomfortable position, literally, and when you are in an uncomfortable situation as well. So this is how you develop an advanced practice. And now, incorporating as a practice. So things that we can incorporate as a practice, not only asana, but the rest of the 8 limbs, of course, especially yamas, niyamas, pranayama, and pratyahara, because those ones are almost the pratyahara is already becoming the inner one, but these yamas, niyamas, pranayama, and asana, they are the outer limbs. So this is something that we can start from there, and after these outwardly directed actions, they will start to change our inner part. We can do as well kriyas. They are really important in hatha yoga to develop a body that is pure. So our bodies are like antennas, and if we purify our body, we can perceive more. Our bodies they become really, really a sharp tool for perceiving. And as well, having an attitude of continuous revision of our personal beliefs and the search for truth with detachment of what may come. So you sometimes we attach to some belief for some reason, whatever it is, and we don't want to test it. We don't want anyone else to tell to us, uh, well, you might look into this or into that as well. You know, maybe to have another perspective on that. Sometimes we don't want these things. And we have to be very careful with that because this will not be supportive to our growth. So we have to be constantly at war with our own beliefs, kind of at war, kind of in a not in a literal sense, but you know what I mean. An inner transformation which will have an impact in our lives. Sometimes this inner transformation and this advanced practice, it will make us or it will force us to take difficult decisions in life. Still, we know it's the right decision, but we're gonna face this thing. We're gonna have to face uh, and take difficult decisions. Cleaning what is not necessary or a burden. So this as well is part of the work. It's part of this inner work to clean what is not necessary. This would be more like a parigraha, non-greediness, right? And doing the things that are right, even if you will go through an uncomfortable situation. So sometimes we don't choose the right thing because the consequences that might come with it, which is wrong, and it's very understandable as well. I am not judging. It's very understandable, but somehow we kind of need to develop uh, this sattva, this use the volcano, this rajas under control to put ourselves and do what is right. Because finally, it's always for our higher purpose and for our higher development and everything of that. So I think that was pretty much it what I have planned for today. Uh, yeah, so I hope you liked it. I would like to ask you guys if you have any question regarding this thing. You can put in the chat and we can just take a few more minutes. Um, like philosophizing about it. Uh, so yeah, if any of you want to ask anything or some insight or something, you can just put it in the chat. I will read it. I will give you some time now for those that you want to say something. Hey Yagada, hello. Uh, so yeah, and thank you so much, every one of you to be here. It looks like there is not many questions, so I assume that I am uh, very good explaining things, or you didn't either or I explain it really good, or you didn't understand anything. So I will take it as I explain it very good. Hey, Alicia, all good explain, good. Yeah, good, good, good. So anyway, in this case, if you don't have any questions, I'm really happy. And yeah, hopefully I will see you tomorrow in the masterclass. tomorrow at 7 p.m. Tonight is going to be a change in the time, so make sure that you are choosing the right time. You don't come later or earlier. I don't know exactly how it is. And yeah, it will be tomorrow. Uh, Thank you, Raul. It will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. the masterclass, Croatian and Spanish time. And yeah, if you didn't register, just go to the link I put before in the comments, or you can go to my link in the bio in Instagram and go register. You are still on time to come to the class. Okay. So, anyway, yeah, thank you, Yoga Wellbeing Coach. See you tomorrow and see you, all of you, tomorrow in the masterclass. Have a great evening and take care. Ciao, ciao.